Okay, students, I have Dawn Ramos-Bashinsky here with us, and she is an agency owner in West Palm, Florida. She owns an agency called Signature Reporting, Inc., and she'd like to speak to you for a few minutes about her experiences in court reporting and captioning in real time, because she does it all, so I will let her take it away.
Thanks, Michelle. And we love Michelle here at Signature, and she did twist my arm to do this. I'm not really used to doing videos like this, but I will say that I love the profession. I still love the profession. I started in 1989, and even with all the ups and downs that have gone on through the years, I love it. I still love this career. I do still also write every day, even though I am an agency owner. I've had the agency for about 11 years, but I still write every day. But I write for real-time captioning, so that I know exactly what my schedule will be pretty much every day, so that I'm in the office the rest of the time. But I'm really glad to hear that you guys are in school. I'm so excited that you're going to be stenographers, because there is such a huge need for stenographers right now. I know that NCRA and everybody's doing a big push right now to help schools and to get people graduated, but we definitely really need you. So hurry and pass. When I first started, I had little kids, and so this was a great career for me, because you can, there are no benefits, but if your kids are sick, you can take the time off, and it's, you don't have to take certain, only certain vacation days or sick days every year. So that kind of worked out really great for me, and you can still make a really good income and work part-time, while your kids are little, which is exactly what I did, and it worked out well for me. You have a great teacher here. Michelle embodies professionalism, and if we could just clone her, that would be great.
Would be a scarier place.
That would be awesome. But and you're teaching English, right?
You're
teaching English, which is so important. So very, very important. And I will put little notes in our worksheets that sometimes will say double proofread, especially if it's an expert witness or something, and just finding all the avenues that are available to you to look up case names and to look up medical and all that kind of stuff when you get out. It's really important to have all of that. And for instance, our firm is smaller than some of these national firms, and so we take very high-end work. We don't take a lot of EUOs or something like that. That's really great to get your feet wet, when you first get started, but when you're taking very high-end complex work, you have to be, really willing to spend the time to get all the information that's needed to put the final product together. You will make a lot more money, but it will take time. So anyway, I don't know.
Well, I told them, when, especially the complex cases, when people are paying you by the page, and little things that you might not think are important, like I put up a post the other day about the difference of login versus login, one word or two word, and maybe nobody really notices that, but if you're doing a case, like I had one with you, and it was all about computers and login came up all the time, and if they expedite it and they're paying $8 or $9 a page, you can't have excuses like, I didn't proofread it, I didn't know the difference, or didn't know there was a difference. So.
It is great, though, because you learn new stuff every day. Just for instance, today, I had one of the reporters text me, and she's like, "Did you know it's not a wheelbarrow? It's a wheelbarrow." And I did not know that, but that's a good one for all of you. There is no wheelbarrow. It's a wheelbarrow.
Yes.
And so even after 30 plus years, you still learn stuff every day, and it is exciting, and it's great to take depositions in all different fields, and you just run the gamut of the information that you're going to learn. And so it's great when you go to parties because you know just a little bit of everything, just enough to get you in trouble.
Sound like an expert in every field. And could you speak to them briefly about the importance of timeliness, showing up on time, showing up professional?
Yeah. We are on time is 30 minutes before the proceeding starts. So if it's a 10 o'clock deposition, being on time is being there at 9:30. You want to be in the room, professionally dressed, all set up before the attorneys and the witnesses get there. There is nothing worse than everybody sitting in the room and waiting for the reporter. You know, not to mention then they're all going to be watching you trying to put your steno machine together, and that's when you can't figure out how to get the tripod in. But you know, and it makes for a calmer day. Just you feel better for the day, everybody else feels better. It's a great reflection on you and the agency that you're working for, and then they're going to want to work with you again too. And just always to have a notepad beside you, and you know, or to make a mark on your steno machine when you have something that you want to ask the witness at a break how to spell or something like that, to make a note somehow to when there's a break to go ahead and ask them all your questions like that. Because that will really help you on the back end.
Things like spellings or medications, like perhaps don't interrupt the proceedings as they're going on.
Right.
And when would you say would be a good time to interrupt in the proceedings? If they're talking on top of each other?
Yeah, if they're talking on top of each other, if it's just a tiny bit, you know, then you know that you can catch up and do it. But if they're screaming and they won't stop, I've even said to people, put your hands up and say, I'm off the record, because otherwise they don't notice us sometimes when we're saying, excuse me, could you please, you know, talk one at a time, and they just keep going because they're yelling and posturing and all that kind of stuff. So if you put your hands up and say, we're off the record, then they actually will pay attention, and they'll usually apologize, and you know, then they'll be good for like a half an hour, and then it might start again, you know, depending on what kind of case it is. But for the most part, everybody all get along. Even if there's a little bit going on during the deposition, they're all very friendly to the court reporter and to us, you know, so you'll make a lot of new friends, you know, in the industry. It really is fun. It's very hard. You are going to work for your money, but it's hard in a good way. So.
Well, I think that's a positive note to end on. So thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Michelle.
All right.
Good luck, guys.